Hi there. On the 5th of March 2024, President Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo flew on a visit to the Russian Republic, and he signed a deal on military cooperation, and amongst the issues agreed on is the organization of joint drills and exercises, participation and monitoring drills at the invitation of relevant agencies, and visits by warships and warplanes at the invitation of the DRC government or at its request, and then the training of military and other forms of military cooperation. Now, what's interesting about this deal is that the one Congolese website has characterized the deal as a military agreement stipulating the request for combat aircraft and training between the two countries. So that's from I think it's which website is this? Let me see. It should be digitalcongo.net, and yeah. So that's what's interesting about this deal. And in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC Air Force has deployed at least 4 Sukhoi Su-25 combat aircraft. And these aircraft are from the mid-1980s. They are over 40 years old, and they were indirectly sourced from the Angolans. So they are aging, they are unreliable, although they have been effective in fighting the neutralizing the threat from the M23. They need an upgrade, and the Democratic Republic of Congo Air Force has been struggling to find replacement parts as well as equipment to go with it, and yeah, so that's the interesting bit about it. And it's likely that the Congolese Air Force is going to replace those with newer versions of the Sukhoi fighter jets, or buy even latest models such as the MiGs. So yeah, so and then the other interesting thing is the DRC government. It says military and other forms of cooperation. Now, Russia itself in Africa has not actually been sending any of its military forces to deploy on Africa in places such as West Africa, Burkina Faso, Mali, and other places where it has been active. It has been instead been sending what is they call private military contractors. Some like to refer to them as mercenaries. And these, the Wagner Group, to be precise, the Wagner Group, as you can see in the slideshow on there, they've actually been doing most of the fighting on behalf of the Russian state, on behalf of Vladimir Putin. And so we would expect that at some point the DRC government would request this form of military support. And the interesting thing is that the Wagner Group is a private entity. It's not actually, it has formal links to the Russian state, but it operates as a separate organization. So I will use one example where the Wagner Group has been operating in the Central African Republic at the invitation of the president. In 2018, 200 Russian military instructors were deployed, and then they were paid in the form of gold and diamond mining concessions. And now we all know that in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, there is coltan, there is minerals such as cassiterite, gold, and even other minerals like bauxite. So this raises the question whether some such kind of a deal is likely to be put in place to facilitate the military assistance from the Russians, especially when one considers that that form of military assistance is likely to be in the form of like private military contractors. And what most analysts have been saying is that both the DRC and Rwanda, they are actually being supported by the United States and other Western countries, and it's time for the Democratic Republic of Congo to actually move away from Western countries, because that relying on support from Western allies is not actually doing any favor to the Congolese. They are paying lip service, they are hypocritical, and their support is mainly geared to facilitate Rwanda doing whatever it wants in Eastern Congo. So what we are seeing right now is the Democratic Republic of Congo shifting away from Western countries, going into the arms of Russia. Whether this pays off or whether there is going to make any significant difference to the war in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo remains to be seen. Most people have cautioned that in the Central African Republic, where the Wagner Group has been operating, it has taken over mines, it has taken over state institutions, and these activities, as said, the critics have cautioned that there is a danger that the Wagner Group ends up replacing the state institutions, what is referred to as state capture. So there is that danger, right? Thank you so much for taking time to follow this recording. If you're interested in material of this kind, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.